It probably seems like heresy to say to today's NASCAR fans, but at one time there was no light or night race at Daytona. After all, the track had been around since 1959 when it debuted with the first NASCAR photo finish in the 1959 Daytona 500, a race that for nearly 4 hours in broad daylight had racing at the famed facility. And the same would be done for the Firecracker 400 as well, being run at 11 a.m. on the 4th of July for years, no matter the day of the week. That also went for the Duels and the Clash, being run in the daylight. But that would all change in 1998. In February of 98, the Daytona 500 saw Dale Earnhardt finally win the Great American Race after 20 years of trying. For this, it's understandable that nobody may remember anything else from 98 when it came to Daytona, or at least not remember stuff as much when it came to the other races. But the 98 summer race was scheduled to be run on July 4th. But on the Thursday, the second before it, the plug would be pulled on the race. At the same time as the race weekend, Florida was dealing with their horrible wildfires that year that had spanned from May all the way through into July. With no end in sight and the state of Florida closing down 135 miles of I-95 down in an effort to fight it, the race would be canceled. The first option that NASCAR had was to reschedule it to July 25th, but that was a little too close to when the fires were still going on only 3 weeks later. So the first Daytona 400-mile race sellout would be on October 17th, 1998. With this, though, CBS would bail for covering the race in an effort not to go head-to-head with Game 1 of the 1998 World Series on Fox. So TNN would take the newly lit-up Daytona International Speedway for that race. Hype and anticipation were at a rate that they had not seen since President Reagan was at Richard Petty's 200th win in 1984. With flashbulbs firing off, Bobby Labonte would lead the field at the green flag.
Good scramble up front. Here goes Jarrett, the winner last week at Talladega with drafting help from Earnhardt. He'll swing to the inside of Bobby Labonte in turn 3.
Jeff Burton had a miserable start. Jarrett brings him off turn 4 and they head down the front straightaway. He's making his presence known right now, leading into best place on super speedways.
Dale and Dale, Jarrett and Earnhardt that is, asserted themselves early, with the Intimidator taking the lead soon after. While Bobby Labonte tried fighting back, it would be Earnhardt gaining control of this race, much like he did at the end of the 500. This would start a short green run. While Wally Dallenbach had a tire issue, the common Florida rain would be what would slow the field down first. First fire, now rain, would hamper the 98 Pepsi 400. This wouldn't last though, and after 3 laps, the green was back out. And while most tried to ride around and stay safe, attrition would still raise her ugly head for some.
Done a lot of work with engines, and it is paying off well.
43 started. 42 run. We have problems on the back straightaway.
Down the back stretch.
Number 3.
On the back stretch here. Back it up.
See Johnny Benson in the 26.
Jeff Bodine's in it.
Hutch Strickland in the 55.
Bickle in the 98. Green in the 46.
The big one collected 11 of the 43 cars, and with it, Rusty Wallace would then end up as the new leader over the now smaller field. But once again, everyone watching got a double dose of Dale, with Earnhardt and soon Jarrett taking the lead. The big players were clear at this point: Dale Jarrett, Dale Earnhardt, and the dominator of the season, Jeff Gordon. This would be crucial in what would be the longest run of the night, While some had issues, NASCAR would not be willy-nilly with yellow flags, seeing how rain was all over the place. And through it all, the 88, 24, and 3 stayed out ahead of the field. Passing halfway, they just kept duking it out amongst each other. Even through green flag stops, the race kept up the blistering pace and raciness. A big problem coming for Dale Earnhardt, though, would be that he would hit a stray tire in the pits during green flag stops. This would cave the front valence of his number 3 Monte Carlo. Even so, he raced on, and with the field going past lap 100, there would be only 23 cars left on the lead lap at this point. With 54 to go, though, the yellow was back out.
Plate race 1. Problems in turn 2.
Turn.
We'll get back to that in a moment. Problems in turn number 2. Dan Pardis from Daytona Beach, Florida, spins off the number 2 corner. There is Dan Pardis. First time in a NASCAR Winston Cup race. He's from the ARCA Bondo Marhide Series, and caution is on the speedway.
This caution would give the number 3 crew a chance to fix the nose and get Earnhardt back in the fight. With 50 laps left, rookie Kenny Irwin Jr. would lead the field at Daytona. But he'd be no match for Jeff Gordon and that rainbow number 24 car. It wouldn't be a lead that lasted under green for long, though, for Gordon, as rain dropped down on the speedway again. This time, only 4 laps of the race would be slowed. So, with 32 to go, the field roared back to life, and Gordon and Jarrett were now 1-2. With the leaders keeping it single file, waiting it out to the finish, they were trying to wait for the right moment to strike. Unfortunately for them and many others, trouble would strike first.
To bring out this 5th caution. Irwin and Little.
Chad Little in the 97 got into the back there, the 28 just barely.
Looked like the 28 was trying to get by him. They were side by side when that all started.
This set the stage for a 13 to go restart. But only a lap later, though, Gordon's last real competition had a race-killing moment.
Flanking out 3 wide on the back straightaway.
Look on the inside of Mike Skinner.
Jarrett gets stuffed back, and he will lose 8, 9 positions there.
Eli, look at the 31 of Mike Skinner moving into 4th place there. He was flying down the back
Something's got to be wrong for Dale Jarrett, guys. He's going straight back. Glenn, what's the story on your brother's car?
Eli's got a flat tire. He's coming in. He's got to come in. So he's got a flat tire, so he'll be in this time. The crew's on the wall. Don't know yet which one it is, but tough break.
I don't know what it is, Todd.
And again, with 7 to go going to 6, rain would slow up the race for a 3rd time. Just like before, though, it was only a sprinkle, short-lasting. The pace car would pull off, and there'd only be 3 laps to conclude the race. But over those laps and coming to the white flag, Jeff Gordon was the one still leading, though contested majorly.
Whoa, you see Jeremy looking to the inside, couldn't make the move. Skinner looks to the high side right now. They're trying everything. Gordon's running by the mirror right now.
Here comes
Labonte
Skinner.
has caught him, and so is Terry Labonte. Side by side behind Gordon.
Right now they're running side by side. Jeff Gordon saying, I love it. He'll try to run in the middle part of the racetrack so one car does not get a great run down the back straightaway.
They mix it up again behind Gordon. Mayfield. Here comes Bobby Labonte to the outside.
What a move on the high side, making 3 wide into turn 3. Bobby Labonte looked like he has the car to beat.
Bobby Labonte is there. Out of 4, they're coming to the checkers. Trouble in the back of the pack. The lead and the win. Gordon, for the 11th time, he wins. Chad Little taps the wall.
And with that, Wonder Boy got his 11th of what would end up being 13 wins in 1998. He'd only need to finish 37th or better in each of the next 3 races to beat Mark Martin for the title. Yeah, he did that pretty easily. The Daytona Night Race would then become part of the 4th of July Daytona tradition for NASCAR, only being run in the daytime twice, once in 2014 and once in 2019, and both being due to rainouts. Now, it closes the NASCAR regular season. But on this October night in 1998, the tradition started. And with that, I want to pass it on to you and ask, what is your favorite Daytona summer race? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're at it, leave a like on this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for more great NASCAR content. Thank you so much to all my channel members for your continued support. And until next time, have a good one.